What up, bitch? Um, Breaking Bad is one of my all-time favorite shows, and I don't know if you all have heard, but there is a new Breaking Bad movie that is out. Oh, it's a little something called El Camino, starring our boy Aaron Paul as the beloved Jesse Pinkman. Let's delve into what I thought. Whoa, new angle, hello. So one thing I picked up on with this film is I feel like the tone is kind of different from Breaking Bad. This is very, very, very grim, very, very serious. It's about Jesse on the run. That's what I really enjoyed about it was the whole idea. I always loved films like this, an idea of a guy on the run. There's no rhyme or reason other than just getting out of where you're currently at. And I would say Jesse, the heat he has on him is practically the equivalent of the heat that Walt had on him whenever, everyone figured out it was actually Walt that was Heisenberg. So I think this film did a really, really good job meshing all these styles together. There was some crime noir, a little sparse bit of comedy from Skinny Pete and Badger, and of course a little bit from Jesse, especially in those flashbacks. Those were awesome, and I'll get to those later. But I love Skinny Pete and Badger, especially in the beginning. I felt like, they just kind of like eased you into the film, and that helped out a lot, with just getting you into the mood and everything. Aaron Paul did an amazing job in this film. There wasn't no doubt about it that Aaron Paul was going to do a tremendous job, and I just love him so much. I'm just glad that he was able to finish not only with Vince Gilligan finishing up the story of Breaking Bad and everything, or continuing it on, but Jesse, well, Aaron Paul, I should say. Gosh, he's so good at acting, you would think it would be Jesse. Aaron Paul did such a good job of playing Jesse throughout the series that I'm really happy that he was able to be able to play him one more time. And that opening scene with Jesse and Mike was absolutely tremendous. I thought that was going to be, some of the only callbacks to characters that had passed away. But of course, there was a callback to Jane and a few other people, but Walt. Whenever it was Walt and Jesse towards the end, I absolutely loved that. And of course, we got him to say bitch, like, I think he only said it like once or twice. My favorite part is when they're at the like lunch together or whatever. And he was like, dude, I finished high school, asshole. That was amazing. So I felt like the film did a good job servicing the fans that had, been with the series, all the way through and had been waiting on this for years. It does a great job standing on its own, and I love the elements that they take from other films that are kind of similar to this in style and in the plot itself of a guy on the run. My favorite scene from the film would have to be the end whenever Jesse and that one random douche were having a standoff, and I was literally just so blown away. I was like, are you serious? Is this actually happening? It was a straight up Western scene in this film. And, obviously, if you've seen Breaking Bad, that's a huge influence on the series, is just the Western genre in general. And the fact that they were able to have a legitimate standoff, I thought was absolutely amazing. And I think the end when Jesse was able to go to Alaska and you see that final shot of him in the car and he's smiling. Of course, whenever he left the camp where all the neo-Nazis were, he was smiling and he was, of course, happy and elated, but you could see the sorrow and the pain, and he was crying whenever he was leaving. He was crying tears of joy, and that's what's so different. That was a kind of, he was unsure of everything. That was an unsure, just emotional outburst. But this, he's hopeful and he's actually looking forward to his future as a new man. So, what did you all think of the movie? I think it was pretty good. A little weird in tone, I feel like, in some parts, kind of dragged on a little bit, but overall I really, really enjoyed it. A lot of the scenes kept me on edge and I felt really tense. I was thinking, man, is Jesse actually going to be able to pull this off? Is he going to be able to get out of this? So let me know what you all thought. If I had to give El Camino a rating, I would probably give it an A-. It's definitely one of my favorite films from this year just by the directing style and, of course, the actors that starred in it. So let me know what you all thought in the comments down below. This won't be the permanent backdrop. I just thought, you know what, this is kind of a, so-and-so review. I'm just sitting here talking, expressing my thoughts. So, yeah, we're just here on the love seat. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And comment down below and let me know what you thought about El Camino.
I'll give you 3 seconds to get your ass out here. 1, 2...
This is my own private domicile and I will not be harassed! Bitch!